Hey y'all, it's me. It's been a bit, quite a bit. I've been busy. I know y'all have been busy too, because I mean, hello, summer. Um, but I decided not to do the Christmas and July fairies. I think it's better for me to focus on what I'm doing right now. And this is apparently the time of the year where I get more depressed than usual. So I'm going with that, which is true, but it has the added benefit of getting me out of Christmas in July, which I didn't want to get out of. Actually, I did want to do it. But here's what I've been working on. I used the moss stitch for these, but I devised my own size as far as pattern goes. But these are little washcloths. I did about, I don't know, four of these in this pretty pinkish color, maroonish color. Four. I did two in this awesome day glow orange color. I did one in this purple color, which I like. One in this rag color, which I kind of like. I did this color stripe. I mint green stripe, which this one looks really pretty, by the way, in person. It looks like sea glass. And then a peach. It looks like orange, but it's not. It's like a deeper peach. Dark green. And gray, which looks like black, but it's actually a darkish gray. Let me see if I can move it up a little closer. Oh, no, it's still gonna look gray. Well, there's some gray right there, see? Okay, that's part of what I've been working on. Now, I haven't been working on them for about 10, 15 days. Been working on something else. Okay, you guys know that usually every year I try to do something special for my brother-in-law's family for Christmas. Well, if any of y'all are watching, stop, because I'm fixed to show what I'm crocheting for y'all this year. And for my sister, for her Walk with Emmaus meeting she has later in the year. It's something she does every year, and I'm going to do. And if any of y'all are watching, don't look, because this is also for y'all. But right now, I'm actually starting in colors. I started with blue, which actually doesn't look half bad. I got a purple one done. I haven't blocked it. And all the rest of them, and I do mean every single one, look like this. It's pretty to me. It looks pretty good. I've been seeing some of y'all's Christmas in July fairy videos. I'm not commenting on any of them because I don't want to be entered. I already said I didn't want to do the participation in it as far as being somebody in for the drawing. So I chose not to comment on people's videos. Saw Linda's. I absolutely love that wreath she was wearing. Wasn't it great? There's a couple more I've seen, but I can't. Y'all know me. My brain doesn't work at all full speeds all the time. Let's see. What else was I working on? Because there was more than this I was doing. Been working. I finished those one Christmas blankets, and I got my sister's from her house to work on it. And it's done the easy way that Linda showed me, which was half double crochet instead of single crochet. And I'm loving it because it's going to go much faster. I didn't realize how little cotton yarn I had until I'm doing these two cotton projects. I need 26 of the chickens. No, 26 plus 45. Hold on. 26, 45. That's 11, 71 chickens. And then, I don't know. It was supposed to be like 52 or more. washcloths, but I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing them or not, because I think their grandmother was going to do them. So if I did them, but I really like this. I hate the moss stitch. Y'all, I can't tell you how much I hate this stitch, but it actually looks good. Because see, it makes a much more uniform stitch, but it really is an irritating stitch to do, because you do single, double, all the way across, and then you flip it around and you do the opposite. For every single, you put a double in, and so on. So, I mean, you do this all the way up to the end of the thing. So it's kind of like, it's a lot. And until you get used to doing it that way, it's irritating, because it takes so much concentration to not mess up. Because I will mess up. If there's a way to, that's me. I'm going to do it. Let's see. I've been doing something else, and I can't think of what it is. I'm cooking ribs tonight. I'll let y'all know how they came out or didn't. Not very good at cooking ribs right now. They're soaking in a marinade to hopefully make them really tender and soft and fall apart on you. And then I'm going to bake them because I don't have a grill. And then I'm going to put barbecue sauce on them. And okay, I just made myself hungry. So maybe they'll come out okay. If I can make myself hungry, then yeah, they're going to come out okay. I got Linda's stuff put up in her little basket on my dresser over there. And right now I'm just working with a whole bunch of cotton. Fingers. Yeah. There's one thing people don't warn you about with cotton, unless it's I love cotton. Oh, or this cotton craft. Y'all, I was so shocked. Because I expect cotton to be like oh, what is that? Sugar and cream and peaches and cream, to be that little harshish kind of feel to it. That cotton craft is not harsh. It is soft. And I think I got it from Hirschner's. I want to say Hirschner's. But it wasn't a bad price, but it was really nice. I got it in because they had the color I wanted. I didn't want to go with the same one that Bag a Day did for hers. I wanted to do a different kind of color, but I did keep the beak in orange and the head, the comb. I think they call it. I have no clue, y'all. I live in the country, don't know that much about chickens. Is red. And the eyes are the black, so I don't need very much of either of those three colors to do every single one. So so far I'm rocking it on those colors, although the red's going to run out before the end. I know this, so I will be doing some bizarre looking chickies, which will be fine, because you know, everybody needs a different looking chickie every once in a while. Y'all, it's been one of those couple of months, maybe 3 months, I've just not felt myself. Kind of felt like really depressed and just down. And that's one reason I haven't been putting out a lot of videos, is because when I'm in that kind of mood, there is nothing. I can't be positive, I can't be upbeat. It's just not going to work that well. I can try, and for short spans I can do it, but for any length of time, you know, my rambles, I like to ramble, y'all. Which reminds me of a story. My sister and brother-in-law went to North Texas to pick up their granddaughter, and on the way back they broke down. So she called me to take the truck, which most of y'all think a truck is like, you know, a little bitty Datsun, or no, this is like the big old truck that's high up off the ground that I fall out of every time I drive. to take the truck and come pick her and the grandbaby up, and her husband would wait with the car to be towed. And I'm like, okay, send me your location on your phone. So she did. I followed that location on that phone all the way to where they were and picked them up. And then she made me keep driving. And I don't like driving the pickup truck. It's just because it's so big. High, I think it's although I guess if you got in an accident, it's not a bad thing to be that high up. But, you know, look, I drove basically a roller skate for years. Driving a big old truck is just not my cup of tea. But I don't mind it. I like driving pickup trucks, like normal pickup trucks. But ones that are like that high off the ground, that's kind of big for me. And then, been talking to my grandbabies. They are so cute. And sweet. They're very good kids. My daughter and her husband are doing very good at raising them to be very polite, sweet kids. I mean, they're like any kids. They you know, test your patience every once in a while, but for the most part, they're really good kids. I cannot complain. And then there's, so anyway, but what happened was on the way up to get their granddaughter, they got hit in the rear by a truck, and it totaled their car. Well, they were trying to bring it back here, and they got part of the way, but they couldn't get all the way. So that's when I had to go pick them up. But we got it all here, and you know, everything's taken care of, and they've got another vehicle that they're getting, and you know, it's all good. It'll all work out good. Well, I don't know, y'all. I really don't, because when I get in one of my things where I'm just like crocheting, I don't know about y'all, but I like to do what people call Netflix and chill. But it's not chill for me because I'm working the whole time. So I've been watching all these strange shows. There's a show called Riverdale is it on Netflix? I don't know. It's a CW show. And I got into that, which is kind of silly because it's like really out there kind of stuff. But I always like science fiction, so it worked for me. And the show The 100, which was actually, it was fairly decent too. And then, of course, I watched the new season of Bridgerton, which I love. And then, let's see. Oh my gosh, y'all. I've just been watching a lot of TV, a lot of videos on YouTube. So, you know, I've just been going back and forth between regular, and of course, Swamp People. Y'all, I can't help it. I guess that's the redneck in me. I used to live down in New Orleans, in that area. And what they're showing is it. It is absolutely exactly the way it is down there. These people are salt of the earth. They'll help any of their neighbors out that they can. They'll lend a hand when they're able to, and they'll ask for help when they need it. You know, some of them won't, though. Some of them you kind of check on. I think that's anywhere. But Swamp People is actually pretty true to life. I mean, those people eat a lot of food that comes out of swamps, like alligator, snake, froglets, which of course I never ate any of those three. But I love some catfish, people. That is what I eat when I diet, because it's a zero. So I cook it with lemon pepper and a little bit of butter, and it's so good. But it stays a zero. So I like that. And then there's, I can't eat any shellfish like shrimp, crabs, any of that, or crawfish. So I miss out on that food, but I can eat I can eat fish. So I'm all on board for that. And then there's, but anyway, I watched that show just in case y'all were wondering why I was rambling. I like that show because, I mean, it reminds me of when I was younger, kind of thing, you know. These are the kind of guys I would see down in New Orleans. Well, some of them were better. They're just like anywhere, I guess. For the most part, they're very polite, very nice people down there. Kind of like, you know, most Texas men. I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but most of them are gentlemen down to their toes. They are very nice. I guess I was born in the wrong era because I never got women's rights, but you know, oh well. I would have made a great housekeeper, except I would have had a maid. Because, you know, I'm not cleaning a house after kids. But, make a long story short, yeah, I was born in the wrong decade. I would have been a great mom in the 60s. But I guess, you know, we all deal with what we got. Let's see, I'm trying to think, y'all. There was something else I needed to tell y'all about, and I completely forgot. Oh my gosh, y'all. There is one thing I want to ask you. How high is the gas in your area? And have your neighbors who are farmers warned you about what's fixed to happen? Because it's fixed to get bad as far as food shortages go. It's gonna get rough. They just had in Kansas, y'all can look this up, 10,000 cattle just die of heat stroke all at once, which is kind of weird if you ask me. I know cows can die of heat stroke. They just don't die in 10,000 lot. I mean, there quite a few of them will die at a time, like maybe 50 or something like that. But 10,000, that's an awful lot. And then have you noticed there's all these chicken farms that are burning up. They're having to put all the birds down. You know, they're firing all their people, and then they're just, you know, getting rid of all their inventory because there's nothing they can do. They're out of business without chickens. So I mean, PETA must be having a hallelujah day. I mean, I'm not against, you know, the ethical treatment of animals, but you know, unfortunately, I am not a vegetarian. I never have been, never will be. I'm a carnivore, and this is not going to be good because I'm allergic to beans, which is like peas, soybeans, that kind of stuff. So when I eat them, my whole throat, you know, well, y'all know what happens when people who are allergic eat something they're not supposed to. For vegetarians, nearly everything has those beans in it. So, you know, if everybody goes to that, I'm going to die. Just, you know, might as well just ship me out because I won't be able to eat anything. So, especially not tofu. I mean, have y'all ever had tofu? I know some people like it, but you would have to add so much to it to make it even halfway edible. I just would rather pass. I like simple, clean foods. When I eat me a steak, it's steak. I don't put any sauce on it. I don't put anything except salt and pepper, and then cook it. And then I eat it. That's what I like. Although I have to say with chicken, sometimes you really have to, you know, get chicken up. I mean, I already went far, far away from chicken breasts, which used to be my favorite, and went to thighs and legs, you know, the cheaper cuts of meat, of chicken meat. Well, now even those are priced out of this world. And now it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I'm glad I got bacon when I did, because now I can't buy bacon. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it's squeaking it to get groceries. So, yeah, if it gets much worse, forget about it. Because gas is already through the roof. Diesel, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm actually sure Dana could tell us about that. The price of diesel. I'm sure it's like most of her overhead right now. It's really costing. This one guy I heard about, he quit his job because he was making less driving to work than he could by getting a job closer to home with lower pay, because it cost so much in gas for him to get to work. He was losing money, wasn't making anything. That's when you know it's bad. I wouldn't be working right now if I was still working, because my job was like way away from where I lived. And although I had cars at the time that had really good gas mileage, so I've always driven real gas mileage conscious cars, I guess is what you would call it. But I'll tell you, electrical cars are like way out of range of what a normal middle-class family can afford, because the Tesla's like, what, 250,000, maybe a little more, and the others are like in the 20s. So, and that's even if you could find one. And unfortunately right now, a lot of electricity is run off of fossil fuels, so you know, good luck with that. I just wish we could go back and you know, restart the Keystone Pipeline, get that going so that we'll have more fuel. We can go to the refineries, increase production, and hopefully, you know, BlackRock don't buy into many more oil companies, because they've already got Exxon by the short and curlies. They're telling them they can't up their production. They don't want them to. We're moving onto a place where we will own nothing, period. We will be a nation of renters. We will all rent where we live. Nobody will own anything, because it will be owned by companies like BlackRock. I firmly believe that in the next 15, 20 years, people won't own anything. Companies like BlackRock will own everything. And they will charge you to the hill. They will be more than 2/3 of your income will go towards your rent. And whatever's left is what you get to live on. And that was normal for me. I'm used to that. So, but not with this crazy prices on food. My gosh, y'all listen to me rant. I'm just going off. Y'all gotta start saying, Tammy, stop. But yeah, the price of gas has just got everything more expensive, and food is like unbelievably expensive. I can't afford a lot of things because it's just too expensive. It's a good thing I have, like, I don't know about y'all, but I keep rice on hand. I keep noodles on hand. I keep spaghetti noodles on hand. I keep all that stuff on hand, because that way, if I'm running shy one month, I still have the staples in my house, so that I can have rice, I can have noodles, I can, you know, that kind of stuff I can live with. And plus we have deer meat, so that ground up deer meat does not taste any different than, well, it tastes a little bit different than hamburger meat, but it's good. Is the way I describe it. It's good. I mean, once you eat it, you don't really like hamburger meat that much anymore once you're used to it, because there is a definite difference in taste. But it's great in spaghetti and tacos and stuff like that. I mean, it's just really good to use. So I use a lot of that. But the ribs were left over from last year. Yeah, last year. I've had them in my freezer since then. I got one of those long time ago, and then it broke, and my sister got me another one, which is those, okay, y'all, vacuum sealers. Because you know what I was to say is the air sucker outer things. Y'all never would have guessed. Never would have guessed that one, would you? But a vacuum sealer, which I love. I love mine. I do all my meat in it. It makes my meat last forever. Like those ribs look like they do the day I bought them. They that good. And that was over a year ago. No frostbite, no nothing on them. Just the meat. And it looks good. So I am all on board with that. And then let's see. I think that's about it, y'all. I've got to refill my cabinet over there, which has gotten really low. So I've got to put new yarn in there. Well, yarn that I've got around the house. Put it in there so that I will have space cleared out. I still have a lot of yarn next door. And who knows, maybe I'll do a giveaway soon. I don't know when, but I want to. Although, I don't know, cost of postage, y'all. I'll make it a small one. Because I can fit a lot in a small box. And the smaller the box, the less postage. Because even if you put the same amount in it, it's going to weigh less. And I don't get that, but I guess it's the weight of the cardboard. But I go for the smallest box, people. Smallest box works wonders. And my postage stays within a decent amount, so I just suck the air out of everything and just pack it up. Or just mush it down as far as I can, and then lots of tape. Lots of tape. All right, y'all. I'll catch y'all talking. Well, I've been talking for almost 30 minutes. Y'all bored yet? I probably need to ease into doing videos again, and I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to read or something. I know Fiber Spider reads, and Dee was reading there for a while, and let's see, I'm trying to think of who else reads, but a few of you read, but it would have to be like the classics, my kind of classics that are, what do they call it? Copyright free. They don't have a copyright to them. They're just open publicly to anybody. When you get a Kindle, you can go to these websites that give free books, and a lot of them are books that you'll see like that. I don't know. I think I'd probably do a good job of reading Gone with the Wind. I don't know, y'all. These think the southern accent might be okay. No, yeah, who knows? But I will warn you that whenever I read it, I say it like I read it. So it's kind of funny. If I'm looking at something and I read it a certain way, that's exactly the way I'll say it. And it throws people off. It really throws people off because, you know, that's just me. Can't help it. Oh well. I've been watching everybody's Hobby Lobby hauls. Congratulations. I'm on a bit of a buying freeze. But I'm glad everybody else has had a blast with it. I loved it when I went. I think it was like the first year I moved down here. So like 5 years ago. It's been the last time I've been to one. But they're fun. They're a lot of fun. That's where I got a whole bunch of my Love This Cotton from, is from that clearance sale 5 years ago. So, you know, I really enjoyed it when I went. Well, what can I say? I'm just a sucker for yarn. But I still have a lot of the yarn that I got. Well, not a lot. I have some. I've given away a lot. In fact, I gave a whole big old box thing. And then I gave all my scraps to my sister to make pom-poms out of, and she never did. Yeah, that's another one of those failed hobby or craft things that we do that we every once in a while will think of and we'll be like, I'd like to try that. No, not worth it, dear. So I'm keeping on my scraps, and I'm planning on making a scrap blanket. What I need to do is go ahead and put my scraps and do them in a pattern I like, which I really like. That Victorian lace pattern I found one time. It's really pretty. You'll have to see it. And but I really like it, so you know, I may have to do that one again. I really liked it. And then let's see, I bought like a few Bag of Day patterns. Wouldn't know why, you know. Although, you know, sometimes her patterns are really easy to read, and then some of them there's like, But I mean, I understand it because I watch her videos. So, you know, I just write down the correction on what I didn't understand. Same thing, but it's just different. See, I think that's about it, y'all. I'm pretty much just gonna get back to working on my crochet and baking my ribs. It's late in the afternoon here, so, but I won't be uploading this until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, because I gotta wait for everybody to go to bed next door, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, so I really have to kind of guess. I usually wait for them to be out of the house, so that it goes a little faster, but it's all right. Started working on that one blanket that Linda got me. My granddaughter wants it, so I'm doing that for her. And yeah, I already told you about that. Blanket's in there. And then getting the, yeah, okay, yeah, I've got y'all up to date. Y'all gonna, oh well, you know, this is as good as I get, y'all. But y'all stay safe, be blessed, have a great day, and please take care of yourselves. Bye.